happy to have you here, Betty from Deadfellaz, and also Carolin. Maybe for the people who don't know you, can you give a little intro of yourself and also the project? I'm sure many people do know you, but I'm also sure there will be some who don't. So please go ahead, Betty.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Betty. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be on here, especially with someone that has Deadfellaz. I love your hoodie. I'm the founder of Deadfellaz, which is it was originally just a 10K project on the Ethereum blockchain. Now it's much more. It's a bit of a Web3 native brand stretching across media, metaverse, real life, all over the place. So, yeah. That's me.
Nice, cool. Thank you so much. We'll deep dive a little bit later. Maybe you also, Carolin, can also say something. What's your background regarding art? And I know that you're drawing since your younger age. So please go ahead and also introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Carolin. I currently study, as said, communications design in Mainz. And I'm specialized in illustration, and I'm also really interested in gender design or gender in design, and that's also really interesting for me to see that development in the NFT space.
Awesome, thank you so much. Yeah, nice to have you here as well. I know, Betty, you just recently announced something regarding No Origin and the NFT marketplace. Should we start with that because it's so new and you just put something out there? So maybe we can intro this one as well. Would you like to say something about No Origin and the marketplace and how is Deadfellaz playing a role there as well?
Yeah, totally. So Known Origin reached out to us, seeing if we could work together in some capacity. We had hosted a community art contest last year, really just asking people to create art based on Deadfellaz. It was split into two categories. We had a category for holders and a category for non-holders to be able to participate. It was judged by us and by guest judges Focusrite and Lerona.
Cool.
Both amazing artists in the space and good friends of mine.
Nice.
So yeah, we had this contest. The art that was produced was absolutely wild. It was, I think, around 400 entries at the time, and that was really just very close to our launch. So it was really early and kind of mind-blowing. So we had these 20 winners, and we were looking for a place to host those, and it was Known Origin. So
nice. Should we show the 20 winners? Should I share my screen
Yeah, totally. So if you go to Known Origin / Deadfellaz, the whole all the listings will come up.
Known Origin / Deadfellaz, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out because I also saw the announcement and that it was more than 300 entries and but where can I see the 20 winners?
These are the winners here.
Ah, those are the winners. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So these are all the winners. Some are auctions with a reserve of 0.13. Some are editions. You can see the edition there that Glam Beckett from Sad Girls Bar did.
Yeah, I can see this one,
already.
right?
Yeah, sold out, gone.
Ah, okay, gone.
I managed to get myself one.
You managed, okay. 13 editions, I see. Okay, this one is ending in 24 hours. This one here as well. How about the others?
Yeah,
I think they're
just starting. It's
awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
This is literally just started, so there's lots of cool stuff to look at. Yeah, it's really fun.
This one is a little bit different, right? This one is an auction and this one is with a bid or something, if I am not wrong.
Yeah, so the ones with current bids are live auctions that have been started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, many different kind of styles represented here, right? I kind of love it. Which
Yeah,
one's
it's a
your
beautiful
favorite?
thing. I think it's a hard question. I mean, I judged this contest, so they're all kind of my favorite for different reasons. So
True.
I could, yeah,
Yeah, hard to
they're
say,
all,
right? Like they're all
it is,
lovely.
yeah.
Um,
We've
very.
actually ended up working with a lot of these artists after this contest. Like you'll
Mhm.
see Leon Lee, he did me like sat on a throne, and it says Deadfellaz just there
This one
in the
here.
middle there.
He's also
Yeah,
the person who is doing the I guess the kind of comic style for Deadfellaz as well, right? Is it him? Yeah, okay,
he
yeah,
is.
okay. Yeah.
He's working on all of that
Yeah.
with our narrative designer. Jeremy just here in the middle there, that pixel art
Mhm.
of Psych. Jeremy is also working on our Pixelfellas for the meta wrapping, and he also did the bouncing Deadfellaz skull that was featured on the Times Square
Nice.
billboard.
Okay.
So we've worked with a few of these people following this because, you know, it was an amazing way to find just incredible talent in our community. So yeah, so fun.
Sounds really cool. What do you think about those, Carolin? I mean, it's a difficult question, but maybe you have a favorite since you're not
I
so.
actually,
Yeah.
yeah, I actually do because I saw the second one on Twitter and I
Yeah.
was so shocked at how good that was.
Yeah.
I think it has like such a good vibe as well.
This
So
one with
that
the
is
brain.
by Jonathan Forster, and he is someone that is in Depthcore, which is the art collective that Psych actually came up in originally.
True.
Jonathan's been in this digital art collective for 20 years, and he's an OG digital artist. He's been in the game for a very long
Wow.
time, but he actually only just very recently started 3D,
Okay.
last year. So this was wild to see.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did
my
some
God.
cool derivative for Kid 8 as well. He's got amazing work, honestly. He's mind-blowing, Jonathan.
It's really cool. Awesome. Love those. I also love this one here, the comic style, and this one I directly recognize because it's kind of iconic from Glam Beckett, right? Who does
Yeah.
the Sad Girls Club. I know them as well. They're kind of standing out, and it looks like tattoo art as well a little bit, right? Kind of those.
I'm actually going to get that tattooed myself.
Are you?
I am, yeah.
Cool. This one
I
here,
love
or
it.
a little bit different one?
Yeah.
This one.
No,
Yeah.
the Glam Beckett one. Yeah.
Nice. And I think you're also going like to an event in the States, right? So I think then it's the time to show yourself, or am I right or wrong? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'll be doxxed then. I'll be just going about the world as a real person, and I don't have green skin, so.
That's that's pretty cool. Yeah, I love that. Are you going to because there's also an event in Austin, Texas, right? With the Smiles slash Deadfellaz, like collab kind of.
Yeah.
Is it this one, or are you going to the NFT New York?
No, I won't. No, I won't be. I won't be in Austin. Sadly, I'm in Australia right now, so I won't be there. But I'll be at NFT NYC, and I'll be in LA prior to that.
Cool.
And then we'll be in Europe a bit in August. So, yeah.
Awesome. Then come and visit us in Berlin, Germany. Or is there something else?
I actually might do. I actually might do. One of my friends who I collect from, Cyber UU, shout out to UU, he's in Berlin. So, yeah, I might do.
Yeah, and I think someone else who does the Pixelfellas and also some other pixel stuff for another for other projects. I think he's also from Germany, so might be also from the same city. But let's see.
Pixel Hans.
Maybe. Yeah. He does crazy good job, right? He's so fast. He's like very known in the space for his pixel work.
Yeah, you can see kind of a little bit of it there on the preview for the meta wrapping article.
Yeah, let's talk about the meta wrapping, because I obviously know it, that maybe I can also find it while you talk, but yeah, the meta wrapping, I think it's something like in the middle. This one here, right? This is the article. Yeah, so let me open this one, and in the middle you see the original collection. Left you have the pixel one, and on the right the 3D one. So what does meta wrapping mean?
It's basically a way to wrap the NFT that you have without replacing it with a new NFT. So we're creating these different iterations of the same traits from the same NFT, but yeah, without producing all of those NFTs.
Cool.
So that way you can have your fella, say you have Psych right there. You'd then be able to choose how you present yourself based off of these various different iterations. And then when you sell, not that Psych would ever sell, but imagine if you did, if you wanted to sell that, all of those would go with that token. That those various ways of representing yourself move with the Deadfellaz themselves. So yeah, it's just a cool way of introducing interoperability, I guess, amongst the metaverses. It's something that we see as very disjointed. We're so early, and all of these metaverses are being built separately. But we hope that the people in our community will be able to kind of traverse the metaverse in a way that's a bit smooth. They can maintain their digital identity based on their PFPs. Yeah, there's a lot more applications to this that are yet to be discussed, but that's the basis of it. There's many other versions. You can see the chibi version of me down in the article there that's used for AR. Yep, and then we've got the voxels for crypto voxels and things like that. And then we also released a preview of our reactive 2D versions today on the feed that we're working on with Hologram Labs. Yeah, they're absolutely incredible. That's such a fun one. So that was really good to release today. I'm so excited by that.
Yeah, this one here, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is funny. Okay. Oh, this is the original one who is kind of like moving. Nice, cool. That
so you'll be able to use you'll be able to use your profile picture basically to hold video calls. You could do your podcast with it. It's reactive to your face. So
cool.
Very cool.
Is it via the Snapchat filter, or is it different? Because I think it's different, right? Oh, that's Hologram Labs.
Yeah, Hologram Labs are developing it, and they're incredibly good at what they do. But yeah, it's a similar thing. If you want to think of it like that, then yeah, it's a similar thing.
Yeah. And before we cut off the this one here, I wanted to ask, because it looks like depending on where you go, it will kind of adapt. And if you say go to Web3, where it's all kind of pixelated, it might be choosing this one. And if you're going to another one, maybe you go with this avatar. This is kind of also okay, cool. That's a nice feature.
Yeah, awesome. So it just means that you can go wherever you like within Web3. You know, it doesn't matter what context you're in. Even Web2, if you're on Twitch or, TikTok, and you want to produce content, again, using this Deadfellaz, you'll be able to. It's just providing resources for people to really flex those and see really what they can do and get creative with it.
True, we don't flex our cars anymore or watches, we flex our PFPs, right?
Yeah.
Times have changed. What do you think about this one, Carolin? Flexing your PFP in the real world. Kind of new for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But it sounds more, it sounds nicer for some reason than flexing a car.
Yeah, of course. Flexing a car is like so, I don't know. Would you say bogan? Or I don't know if that's the correct word, but...
I don't know. Okay. I think whatever floats your boat. I'm not personally a car person, but
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I also want to talk about Deadfrenz because like Deadfrenz is a crazy, crazy collection with, if I read correctly, 1,000 or over 1,400 traits. And I was asking me, did Psych do all of them alone and everything from start till end? Because it's like,
Yeah, he did.
oh wow, this is crazy.
I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was nurse.
Deadfrenz
Yeah.
is just a labor of love. Like, we had this vision to have 13 separate collections within the one collection, so we could have like maximum variance and have all people, you know, there's cute and there's gory and there's scary, and yeah, you can see the hybrids there and the toads, and just kind of, I guess, experiment a little bit with the IP that we have and expand the Deadfellaz world in line with what we're designing with India and Leon, who are helping us out with the narrative design and the world building. So we have a lot through the Deadfellaz world that ties in with Deadfellaz and Deadfrenz.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to kind of bring that out more.
Yeah. I know,
we're
because
focusing on
sorry, go
on
ahead.
gaming and things. No, I'm just saying we're focusing on gaming with this collection, so that's kind of more the focus of Deadfrenz than Deadfellaz.
Yeah, because in the Discord, I also saw a snippet or someone saying that there will be utility to your Deadfrenz and it might come out in March, and we only have like 2 weeks left. Is there something we need to know, or will it be announced? I mean,
no,
okay.
The Discord you have to take with a grain of salt.
I
People
know.
say anything that they want.
Okay.
No,
But
so we have lots of things going on all the time. Obviously, we have a lot of things being built in the background constantly that we can't talk about. But no, to release a collection and then have like a game or something released like a month later is
unrealistic.
It's not possible. It's not
Yeah.
possible. So yeah, no.
Okay, I see. Alrighty. In this one also, is Psych using Illustrator, because it's like super clean art and stuff like that? It might be Illustrator.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think, Carolin, you also said Illustrator, you need to really know it, otherwise like it's so difficult compared to the other ones, or am I wrong?
I actually wanted to ask the same question. Like,
Go
do you
ahead.
guys have, I don't know if you're allowed to answer this, but do you guys have like set rules for like a sort of style guide to keep, or
I mean, we do. We have our palette, we have our line weights, and we have our general vibe. Everything is always vector. And yeah, everything is heavily scrutinized before we release anything, so we don't stray from the branding ever. So yeah, we do. And Psych is an absolute master at Illustrator. He's previously done all kinds of masterclasses for people, and I think he's really the fastest artist I've ever seen on Illustrator in my life. It's just insane. So he's very, very good at what he does, and it's really cool to be a part of the process when he's illustrating and designing, because I am the director. I don't draw myself.
yeah.
I have the visions in my brain and he puts it all down.
Okay, so there's one, so you decide on which traits are to be made, and he draws them out, or do you guys do that as a team?
No, we do that as a team. We do that as a team. I mean, it's his art, so I don't take it over completely, but from a branding perspective and from a creative production background, that art direction is always needed. So yeah, that's how we work as a team.
Interesting. And your background is also in creative production, you said, right? And you have been
Yeah.
doing that for almost, I don't know how many years, but like it's not something new to you, and you know how it works, you know, to build a company and to create it, to scale it and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, correct. So we both co-founded an agency ourselves and ran that basically working in the same way, working online, remote, all of our clients overseas, meetings at 2 a.m. the same. So it's the adjustment hasn't been too great for us working in Web3. It's just been a different kind of work. We are so happy with the shift because now, you know, while we had amazing clients and it was you know, I was very grateful for that, and we had good kind of interesting jobs come in, it was very much corporate, very much you know, you can't really flex those creative muscles too much, and you always have to stay within you know, within the brief. And it was difficult, I think, to be so creative, especially for Psych, because he is, I mean, his name is Psych. His art previous to Deadfellaz is just so wacky, and so he's always had this alter ego where he's been able to be free to create this art because it's kind of confusing to corporate clients. So
of course
yeah,
sense.
we would create things like mini games and infographics and websites and all kinds of things like that. But yeah, it hasn't really been an adjustment. I think it's been a good preparation for this, and I think that is kind of partly the success that we see.
Yeah, for sure. And I know that also from our friends from NRN and Psych, who has been doing I think 2 interviews with Red Sox guy and I forgot the other name, but yeah, so they are also into gaming, and your plans is also to expand on that with the Deadfrenz. So yeah, pretty excited to see what's gonna come up and how we're gonna make use of our Deadfrenz and stuff like that. So
yeah, it is exciting to see it all unfold. I think that's what makes us a good team, to be honest, because the gaming side of things, like, I like gaming, but I am not a gamer in any way. Like, Psych is very much that person. He's the one that's like, you know, he like collects comics and graphic novels and all of that, whereas I'm different. I'm more into music and visual art and all of that. So we kind of combine those, and all of our skills kind of just merge together and complement each other. I think we're very lucky, to be honest. It's good. You can we can chat anytime about work and things.
Yeah, that's important. I really love that. Is it, like I keep looking at those Deadfrenz. Are the one-on-ones already out? Because I really want to see them. I saw it like the prices they went for before kind of like the bear market hit kind of a little bit maybe, or it's slowed down. I tried to check. I think there was like a tiger in a box when I saw it once, so I guess they're not out yet, or is there any news on that?
I think the alphas are actually coming today. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's exciting.
Yeah,
they're really cool. They're really, really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you anything else, but they're very cool.
Show us some one-on-ones already. Come on, Shay. But okay, they're gonna come today, and yeah, we're gonna all check them out for sure. Can't wait to see them. And there are 13 out there, right? From every species one?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so there's an alpha of every species. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm excited. Are they gonna look like super different, or because it's like only like That's interesting. All right. Um, Let me have a yeah.
I think I have a question, but it's
Go
on a
ahead,
different
please.
topic if you guys are ready to.
No,
Um,
that's fine. Go ahead.
I would like to know if there's anything that you would want to see more of in the NFT space or anything that's been missing for you.
Recently, what's excited me is projects that release for the art or collaborations that are really exciting with different artists just for that. So there was a collaboration dropped this week by two artists that I really love, Rembrandt and Waxbones. They released this generative project called Tartarus, and it was it's just really great. Like, yeah, that's it. I love Rom.
Yeah, he's active as well, right? On the Discord, I know him from there as well. This
Yeah,
one
I
too?
really, yeah. So it's just a really beautiful art-focused collaboration, and that really sparks my inspiration. Like, I really love to see that because it moves away from, all of this stuff that's happening with the allow list grinding is really getting to me. It's I think it's kind of getting to a lot of people in this space. So when you see, art like this just be created, and yeah, it's really fun. I think that's why I feel so great today about the auction event that we have with Known Origin, because it's just a celebration of amazing art by people that have created out of joy, and I think I'd like to see more of that. There is a lot of that going on everywhere. You just have to look, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there are many one-on-one artists who I think don't really get the appreciation they deserve, because the main
I
focus,
agree.
like I think the main focus is at bigger collections, but it also depends on your kind of style, on what you like, So,
Well, I'm a big collector personally of one-of-ones. Like, I really, really, really love them.
mhm.
And I don't buy them thinking, oh, I'm going to flip this. I'm going
Yeah,
to make a
sure.
profit. I buy it because I just absolutely love it.
Yeah,
So that I am grateful that I get to do that
yeah.
at all. But yeah.
Cool, nice. Yeah, so I also wanted to ask, where is this one? Regarding your team, I know that Deadfellaz and like the team is, I think, like from my feeling, it's 20 plus people, and
Yeah.
you have like a team working on the different metaverse buildings, or yeah, on the estate you have, and like how did you come together as a team? Are they all did they all come from the community because they loved the project and collaborated, or how did this one go?
Yeah, it's different with each different team working on different things, to be honest. A lot of people came from the community. A lot of people come from relationships that we've made, and then, yeah, I would say most from the community, because I guess everyone that we work with is in Web3 and is someone that we've come across through our journeys building here. So yeah, it's been really actually quite a new and fun learning experience, because how we typically work with teams around the world is different to that.
Yeah.
So that's been cool to learn and to have a different experience. Yeah, it's nice. I do like it.
Yeah, it's not like in the traditional world where you maybe show your CV and say, hey, look, I've done this, and like, I don't know, write an essay or so, but you more so already
No.
try to engage and show up your work, and maybe already do some work, and maybe show your I don't know, show your interest of wanting to work at Deadfellaz, and that's how you get seen as well, right?
It's been really wild, because yeah, like people have created things, and then you see these people that, maybe you speak to them every day in the Discord, and suddenly realize that they're this amazing comic artist, like is what happened with Leon.
Yeah.
You know, we would speak to Leon all the time. I had no idea. And then suddenly realizing like, wow, this person is incredibly talented.
Yeah.
And the things that Leon creates are amazing. And it's just,
Mm.
yeah, I do feel so lucky to have access to people like that on our team because it's, I mean, it's just growing and expanding this beautiful world that we're creating. It's so good. I will say for certain positions, like for the COO position that we recently hired for, we
Yeah, true.
do have to kind of go into that old
Yeah.
world like hiring process because I did need to make sure obviously that we were hiring someone that really knows their stuff. But luckily we found someone that knows the best of both worlds. So
Yeah.
yeah, Holly is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and that's maybe also a good way of changing this topic to Holly, because I also wanted to talk about her, because like COO, she has very good background and I don't know, traditional business, and is very experienced. What does a COO do, and how it's been going with her so far?
Yeah, so a COO is a chief of operations and they do everything structurally, internally. You know, they'll implement systems and make sure everything is legally ticking boxes and all kinds of the things that you think about
Mm.
in business and in scaling businesses, you know, dealing with budgets and projections and
Mhm.
all of those things that are very necessary for a business and a brand to scale,
Mm.
is what Holly does and is what Holly excels at. She's amazing.
Nice.
Everything that she's done so far is epic and we are so grateful to have access to her on our team as well.
Yeah, that's so cool. Is she from Australia as well, or is she from the States?
No, she's actually in California. So
Okay.
Holly has the advantage of being stateside. So she has already
True.
attended a couple of events on behalf of us, which is also really nice to have
Mhm.
someone that we can send places if we can't go there. She can go represent Deadfellaz. And Mac, our innovations consultant,
Yeah,
has done the
here's
same
Mac.
thing recently
I
as
also
well.
wanted to talk about her. Sorry for interrupting, because
That's
um,
okay.
yeah. So please also go ahead and talk about Mac, because I wanted to ask. I know she's a NFT and a Web3 educator, and like in the beginning, I
Mm.
thought, okay, she's like kind of an influencer. When the first announcement was made, where she joined Deadfellaz, and she's really cool, and I love her kind of edgy look and vibe she's spreading. She's a very cool person. Um, so yeah, what's her role actually? And yeah.
Yeah, so Mac is basically our innovations consultant. So I speak to Mac about everything that I want to expand ideas on. She is the most creative thinker, I
Hmm.
think, and innovative, out-of-the-box thinker. She has a deep understanding of Web3 and of the way things work, but she has this unique lens that she brings to things and this way of articulating those thoughts that
Hmm.
is just so different from anyone else that I hear speaking about things in the space. So I actually came across Mac in Twitter Spaces last year, and I would listen to her talking and learn just so much from her. So it was, I mean, an immediate thing in my brain. I was like, I need Mac on my team.
Okay.
So I asked her to be on our team, and she was like, yes, absolutely. And it was, yeah, it's the best. I love Meg so much. I appreciate her friendship, but also, you know, what she brings to Deadfellaz and what she brings to this space in general. She's
Hmm.
just like the voice that we need. Yeah,
Yeah, I think.
obsessed.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think we need those kind of people to also not like be this, that the space is maybe only dominated from one kind of I don't know, it should be diverse, and I love that you're kind of also trying to bring people, and also kind of to bring a diverse kind of vibe to the space and also to the project. So I think you're also kind of a very important role person to learn from in this regard. So
yeah,
so pretty cool.
I think it's as a woman, it's kind of second nature for me to just hire who I think is good for the job, and that just happens to be a lot of women on our team. Like, there are a lot of women, you know, our legal lead is a woman, our copywriter, the innovations consultant, the COO, myself, the narrative designer. We have like just so many women on our team, the 3D lead, like there's just so many. And that isn't me thinking in my brain, I'm only going to hire women. It's just those are the people that I believe are the best for those jobs. And not because of their gender, but because of their work, you know?
Of course.
So I think that when you come across teams that are all men, I just don't believe that there's an excuse for that. And I'm hoping to see that change.
Yeah, of course. I also saw your tweet where you said, okay, I think there was like announcement regarding the best, I don't know, artists or something, and it was all men.
It was the most. It was the most innovative people in the space or something like that. And
I saw
honestly, like I don't want to cast shade on the people that were nominated, because there's some very, very innovative people, you know, including OnCyber's founder, very amazing people.
Of course.
But the fact that it's a list of so many and it's all men,
it's weird, right?
Just doesn't sit right with me. Like, if we had this and it was a list of all women, people would be like, "What is this women's award?" Like,
true,
you know, it would be put as that's a woman's award, and people would kick off. It's just not representative, like, of the reality of the space. There are many innovators.
How is it in your kind of Carolin, you wanted to say something? Go ahead, because I wanted to ask you as well.
I wanted to say that that's what I find.
Quiet.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just listening.
No, all good.
But I'm so that's what I find so intriguing as well, is because the NFT space is fairly new. I mean, I always compare it to like art history, where we're learning, or we're like becoming aware that there have been so many female artists throughout like history, but we don't know about them because they didn't get a platform or people didn't talk about them. And now there's like, I see this as like a new chapter in art history, and it's so easy to like make it more diverse and like apply everything that we've learned and like rewrite it now. And that's why these things kind of make me, it's kind of weird to me, because it's so like, there's so many women that are making or contributing to the NFT space. And so I don't know, it's not really the same thing.
No, I think the same thing. And I think that it can be very frustrating, because when we speak about art history, and especially in spaces where we're talking about how far we've come and that sort of thing, people, especially men, are so quick to be like, oh, look how far we've come. You know, things are equal. Like, people get given platforms based on their merit now. It's just not true. Like, some artists, some museums don't even have any art from women. Like,
wow.
That's a real fact. It's like some I mean, all of the major galleries akin to the Louvre have never had a female director. Like, there's, you know, in the top like 90, I think it's like 98% of all of the very top sales in art in the last 10 years is from men. And that's not because women aren't producing art. It's because they're not being given a platform, like was just said. So I think we need to make a conscious effort to change, but the conscious effort isn't something that everyone wants to do. So I'm just going to keep flogging that horse until it happens.
Yeah, I think it's important. And as Carolin said, and if I understood you correctly, you said that the space is still so new and everyone can kind of contribute, and it can change in a blink. So I hope it was that what you said. So I think yeah, if we like have this combined effort and try to push a different narrative, and yeah, make also people aware that it mightn't be perfect in the way it is already. So I think then we can actually do it.
Yeah, I think so too. And it reminds me of a quote that Mech says actually about how the paint isn't dry yet and the concrete is still a bit wet. Like, we have chance to change this and have impact here. So yeah, I find that really inspiring. I think about that quote most days actually.
Yeah, it's a nice picture. And yeah, regarding the thing you said regarding those major sales and in the traditional world, I also remember that you put this one out. So yeah, it's kind of shocking, right? If you see like only kind of men being reflected there.
It's not. It's like regular. It's not a shock to me, at least.
Okay.
No, yeah. Like, it's shocking, I think, when people see and hear the statistics, but like, as a woman, and I guess as any gender diverse person would, you know, experience, like, the representation just isn't there. The platforms, the opportunities are not given in the same way. So, you know, we have a lot of work to do, but there are a lot of amazing people doing great work. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
Yeah, of course, we should focus on the good. And I mean, there's so much negativity, and I don't know, if you only focus on that, then it's gonna ruin you, right? I mean, it's focus on the good, and it will be good, hopefully.
I have to, for my mental health sometimes, because I think you do have to face the negative stuff, like, because it's realistic, and you have to, you know, identify solutions and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's good to see where change is being made as well.
Love it. Do you see what we have open here? I hope I spelled correctly, Noino. And you guys from Deadfellaz tweeted something out. I think it was February 21st. This one here, maybe. And maybe we can also talk a little bit about the wardrobe for the metaverse, or because I sense there's something coming, or
yeah, there is.
Oh, okay,
there is something coming. I'll give you that. Yeah, there is something coming. You'll find out this week.
Okay. All right. Full stop.
It's Nuno, and they're an amazing team. They're actually Australian, but they're based in Milan. And yeah, they're a great team, and there's a lot to come from that. So awesome. I'll leave it at that.
Followed. Okay. Can't wait for the announcement. And which place in Australia are they from? Because I couldn't understand this one.
I think they're from Sydney, but they're based in Milan in Italy. Right now.
Yeah, I was like, where's Milan in in Australia? But
there's no Milan in Australia. Maybe there is. I don't know. Country town decided to name itself Milan. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I love Australia. I was there once, and also in Sydney, and it's like the people are super easygoing, love the vibe, and also nature, the beaches, and also the nice food you have there. So it's a very cool place, even though it's super far away, unfortunately. But
yeah, I know.
Hope to visit again.
I just have to deal with that now.
Yeah.
Just have to make all these crazy flights.
That's true. You also have kind of strong connections to the NFL, or let's say to some certain people who are kind of famous. Can we talk about that, and how, for example, there was also Lil Baby, this rapper, right? Who got a Deadfellaz, and it's kind of cool to see those kind of people acquiring or getting into Deadfellaz as well, do you have pretty good, or how does it work?
It doesn't work in any way that people would imagine it works. It works in like they like the Deadfellaz and then they just go buy them, and then someone discovers that they've bought one, and then I find out like, oh, they've bought one. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like that's actually how it happens. We're not involved in any of those purchases. Like I don't try and get celebrities to buy Deadfellaz or influencers or any of that. I don't believe in it. When people like what we create and they buy it, that's amazing. And obviously there are benefits to certain people sharing their love for Deadfellaz because there's influence there. So we're very grateful. And there just happens to be a lot of people in various sports teams and musicians and actors, and yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, the Deadfellaz community is like very one of a kind, and people are very good in researching, and I'm sure you have those helpful people who have their eyes or fingers kind of in checking who bought what, right? And so they kind of helping.
So right.
Yeah,
they send me lists and things, and I'm like, oh, I'm glad someone's made a list. But yeah, they do. I love it. They have lists for everything. They'll have spreadsheets. They'll have like stats. I love it. I love how enthusiastic the horde is. It's so great.
Yeah, that's true. Awesome. Thank you so much. Is there something else you want to let us know or talk about before we wrap up? And
not really. I'm excited to meet people in real life later this year. So if you can,
hopefully
is around in NYC in June, that would be really cool to meet people. I'm just excited for that. We've got a lot of stuff coming, but my life is NDA after NDA, so I can only say so much. But
it's true.
I'm excited for you guys to learn more about the things coming and the announcements coming, and there's a lot coming up.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, you have already shown what you put up, and I like the way you kind of build behind the scenes and not like you keep it kind of low-key and then you just announce something very big out of nothing, and this is kind of a cool way, I guess, to work, and not to I wanted to say over or under promise and over deliver. Yeah, that's the right one I was searching for.
Yeah, we do like that. I think that there's benefit to building in the open a little bit too. So we're starting dev blogs for some of our teams to be able to kind of update on how progress is going on their various projects that they're doing. But in terms of big things like I guess the meta wrapping and all of that, like it is good for us to just build and then be like, this is what we're doing, because it's just just over promising, like you said, and under delivering or not hitting deadlines. Like when we had the art delay for the reveal for Deadfrenz, it was like so stressful. So stressful. And it was like totally timing, gone wrong. Had we not have announced a time, it would have been so much better and easier. So just generally, it is easier to deal with just bringing things out when they're ready.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it creates so much pressure also for Psych, and I know that he was tirelessly working and putting in night shifts, right? It's so stressful. I mean, if the people, and we all know that people in the NFT space are very impatient, they don't like to wait, and it's like sometimes not possible to fulfill those timelines or deadlines. So yeah.
I mean, totally. It was a bit of both from there, like I can understand where people were frustrated because it was definitely on us for the timing thing, like you've got to just own your missteps, but I mean, you learn from mistakes, don't you? So
of course. And I also like
and the art was worth waiting for. It was really exciting to have the art reveal. Amazing.
100%. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Carolin, do you also want to say something before we wrap this up? Otherwise,
No, I'm
okay.
I actually, yeah, everything that I wanted to ask was answered, so
Okay, that's good.
but it's been a really, really great honor to be here, and I just wanted to say thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
it was great chatting to you. I love the chair that you sat on, by the way. I obviously have a thing for green.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a coincidence.
I'm sure it's a coincidence and you didn't buy this chair for to sit on just for this call, but yeah, I love it.
Yeah. All right, Betty and Carolin, thank you so much for your time. It was so cool to hear from you or to talk to you, and hopefully we'll talk again in the future. And yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great day, guys.
You too.
Pleasure being here.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.